Vibe. China's two sessions are underway in Beijing, with policymakers setting the agenda for the year ahead and sending strong signals to boost the nation's cultural development. Young Chinese creators are giving intangible cultural heritage a viral twist, remixing ancient traditions with bold modern creativity. We'll explore a Chinese theme park where cutting-edge technology brings ancient Chinese myths to life, offering visitors an immersive journey into Eastern legends. From the Arctic to the grasslands, musicians from Norway and China's Inner Mongolia strike a cross-cultural chord, showing how music can bridge civilizations. That and more coming up next. Hey guys, welcome to The Vibe on Cgtn. I'm Julian Wacken in Beijing. Thank you for joining us. Here on The Vibe, we feature the latest trends in arts and culture every day, Monday through Friday. China's annual two sessions are now in full swing in the capital as policymakers set priorities for the year ahead. Our reporter Yang Yan talked to delegates on their focus areas: green development, the integration of culture and tourism, and AI driving the manufacturing sector. Take a listen.
I'm now inside the Great Hall of the People, where the two sessions are on the way. Today is the opening day of the fourth plenary session of the 14th National People's Congress. This year is the opening year of China's 15th five-year plan. Delegates review the draft plan to map up China's development in the following 5 years. Of course, everyone is focused on the government work report just released today. For us in the cultural sector, there is great news. The government will boost high-quality development of cultural tourism and cultivate diversified forms of business featuring the integration of culture, tourism, sports, and commerce. It will also encourage efforts to extend the global reach of more cultural enterprises and fine cultural works. I've already spoken with many delegates today.
I work in marine ecology and environmental research, and I was also involved in the legislative process for drafting the environmental code. So I'm very pleased to see the code being submitted to the two sessions for review this time. Moving forward, I'll focus on how this code can be implemented.
My hometown is in Nujiang Lisu Autonomous Prefecture. In recent years, the region has been building the tourism brand of Mystic Nujiang, an outdoor paradise, with related topics generating more than 1.9 billion views online. Today, Nujiang's culture and tourism sector is working to turn its natural resource advantages into new drivers of development. Events and competitions tied to culture and tourism have become important platforms for boosting the region's visibility and stimulating consumption, and they are now a defining feature of Nujiang's tourism growth.
On one hand, as a representative from the manufacturing sector, I'm eager to see what new policies China will introduce to support industrial upgrading in the era of artificial intelligence. On the other hand, as a representative from an ethnic region, I also hope to see more supportive policies that strengthen the sense of community for the Chinese nation and further promote ethnic unity, development, and shared progress.
Now, forget everything you thought you knew about intangible cultural heritage. On China's social media, a new generation is proving that passed down doesn't have to mean stuck in the past. From soda cans transformed into royal jewelry to doll figurines with a pop culture twist, these young creators are remixing traditions, and the results are going viral.
Well, there's a viral take on China's intangible cultural heritage that's been doing the rounds on social media. Good news, it's being passed down. And bad news, it's being passed down in a slightly weird way, the Gen Z style. So today, let's see how these young inheritors are turning ancient arts and crafts into our generation's new obsession.
Take Yan Hong from Chengdu. She's the queen of trash to treasure, taking China chic to a whole new level. Her secret ingredient, used beverage cans. That's right. Yan transforms everyday junk, think cup noodle containers, pistachio shells, even pebbles from her fish pond, into stunning traditional Chinese jewelry and ornaments. She single-handedly recreated the headpieces and costumes from ancient dynasties, with her creation videos going viral online.
This series was inspired by the classic of mountains and seas. Many of the mythical creatures in our period dramas actually come from this ancient text.
Her work has become so intricate that she began studying filigree inlay, a national treasure of a craft that's over 1,000 years old, once reserved for royalty.
As a proud inheritor of filigree inlay, I want more people to know about our traditional culture. It's so versatile and timeless.
Meanwhile, in Beijing, Lang Jiaziyu proves you don't have to be self-taught to be a rule breaker. As the third-generation inheritor of the Lang family doll figurine art, a national heritage since 2008, he's injecting a centuries-old tradition with pop culture. His creations, which blend classic techniques with modern characters, have earned him hundreds of thousands of followers online.
Chinese and Western influences both shape our aesthetics today. Under the influence of global trends, how do you make traditional art feel new? I believe the answer lies in fusion, combining Chinese and Western culture, tradition, and modernity.
This isn't just a trend, it's a career path. Social media platforms like Douyin are seeing a spike in Gen Z creators keeping traditions alive. Ancient traditions just get a fresh remix thanks to this wave of young creatives. Who knows, they might just be making tomorrow's classics today.
What craftsmanship and ingenuity. At the two sessions this year, China's policymakers are looking for new ways to boost domestic spending and people's well-being and happiness. One emerging trend is what's been dubbed the emotional economy, where joy and personal connection are driving the consumption. Our reporter Yu Hongyu reports on how the shift is aligned with the country's development goals. Take a look.
Joy, healing, a sense of belonging. These aren't just personal feelings anymore. They're driving China's next big economic shift. Shoppers are changing the consumption game. It's less about how much does it cost and more about how does it make me feel. For many customers, it's no longer just about prices versus utility. It's more about emotion, identity, and impulse. This is the emotional economy, a fundamental shift from value for money to value for mood. Chinese retailers like Miniso have tapped directly into this. This is not a cup, you're actually buying Harry Potter. And this is more than a toy, you're actually buying Stitch. And they're doing it with help from some of the most powerful names in global entertainment.
I just finished watching Zootopia, and once you see all the Zootopia merch, you can't help but want to buy some.
Miniso's prices are good, and I like the characters, so I come in to look around.
When I'm shopping for daily necessities, I just buy what I like.
Beyond basic needs, today's consumers crave products that reflect their identity and social value. We're enhancing every touch point to enable richer brand conversations.
But this trend goes far beyond the shopping bag. In the Chimelong Ocean Kingdom in China's Guangdong province, it's about creating entire worlds built on emotion. They don't just want your ticket money, they actually want you to eat here, to shop here, to sleep here. It's a whole immersive experience over there. But the only difference is that you get to eat beside the world's largest aquarium over there. The economic ripple is significant. For every 1 yuan the park earns, it generates nearly 4 yuan for the host city. Across the wider supply chain, that multiplier reaches 15 yuan. And that potential is now a key focus for local governments, turning the happiness factor into a real economic growth target.
Growing really fast, and you have from very traditional cultural products and to the new kind of the toys that we talked about, Labubu. 90% of the Gen Zs say that they do prioritize the purchases that give them emotional values. Many of them spend about $155 a month on these kinds of spendings.
By 2029, China's emotion-driven market is projected to surpass 4.5 trillion yuan. That's over $620 billion. As lawmakers prepare together in Beijing to map out the next phase of high-quality development. This multi-trillion yuan market represents a powerful new growth engine. In this economy, feeling great emotionally isn't just nice, it's smart business. Yu Hongyu, Cgtn, Beijing.
Still to come on The Vibe. Surf the web and duck beneath the waves as we take a deep dive into what's hot online in our new segment, Behind the Buzz. From the Arctic to the grasslands, musicians from Norway and China's Inner Mongolia strike a cross-cultural chord, showing how music can bridge civilizations.
A vast land of 1.4 billion people. The world's second largest economy. Home to stories of the unexpected, the unimaginable, the breathtaking. Stories that touch the soul. Feel the speed, the passion. Enjoy spectacular natural and cultural landscapes. Feel the thrill of cutting-edge innovations. Discovering China, Global Biz, China Travel. We present a China never seen before, 24/7 at your fingertips.
Hey Vibesters, back for Behind the Buzz. Here we crack the code on viral hits, the clicks, the likes, and the shares, starting with China's first ever robot 6S dealer. Here you'll find not only robot baristas, customize your own robots, but also be greeted by a robot salesman, minus the sales pitches, of course.
Robot, nice to meet you. Can I shake your hand? Hello. Yep. And already drawing a huge crowd.
Customers experience cutting-edge technology and can tailor humanoids for their own needs.
Robot coffee
Robot coffee machine. There you go.
No way. Look at
Oh, that's you and me, huh?
That's the two of us.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Imagine waking up to the perfect cup of coffee and your favorite Instagram photo printed in the form of latte art. Now, imagine you might have seen some Chinese robots performing these incredible martial arts stunts. And if you think they got to where they are today simply because of some really smart programmers, think again after you watch this video showing robots training with Shaolin Temple's Kung Fu masters. I'm utterly impressed. While the robots are applying themselves to learning Kung Fu, a group of forest rangers are using their spare time to master the art of the dragon drum. Meet Liu Wenrei, a 7th generation inheritor of the Qiyuan village dragon drum. On weekdays, they patrol the mountains and clear the weeds. In their spare time, they rekindle the sounds and rhythms of the century-old art. Check it out. Now, this reminds me of the practice in the olden days where people used the drums and guns to measure these vast pieces of land. A person strikes the gun in the middle of the land, and if it can't be heard by another person walking away from the gun, then the land is considered yours. Now, that's a great motivation for practice, right? Stay with us for more stories ahead after this short break. Up next on The Vibe. We explore a Chinese theme park where cutting-edge technology brings ancient Chinese myths to life, offering visitors an immersive journey into Eastern legends.
Facing the unknown is always difficult. In a world in turmoil, it's easy to lose orientation. But when the storms come, we have to see the possibilities, reinvent, find new opportunities, discover a path forward. Cgtn, see the difference.
Welcome back to The Vibe. Now, today marks the third of China's 24 solar terms called Jingzhe, or Awakening of Insects. This is the time of the year when hibernating animals and insects come out of their hibernation with the warmer weather. Take a look. Jingzhe is also an important solar term for farmers, as it's a key period for spring agricultural activities. With most parts of China experiencing a quick rise in temperatures, daylight and rainfall start to increase and provide fertile conditions for crops to grow. During Jingzhe, there is also the custom of eating pears, which are consumed raw, steamed, juiced, or boiled in water. Because the weather is still relatively dry during this period, eating pears can soothe the throat, hydrate, and replenish the yin, or the fluid, of the body. While many of the world's theme parks center around Western fairy tales, one Chinese theme park is taking a different path. Fantawild brings ancient Eastern myths to life with mind-blowing tech and art. Next, we follow our reporter Xu Yi and her foreigner friends for an adventure with these gods and legends. Check it out.
I never experienced something like that.
What would it be like to wake up in a mythical world where anything is possible? In southern China, there's a theme park where I found a real Eastern fairy world with ancient gods and legends and wonderful adventure.
哎，你们是什么神仙呀？
我是财神。
啊，财神 I got my money from the god of wealth.
And a journey like this was meant to be shared, so I didn't go alone.
Hello. Hi. You look really beautiful.
Thank you.
That's really nice.
You like this Chinese tradition?
Yes.
Have you tried it? Yeah, let's go together.
And our adventure into Chinese mythology is just beginning.
Okay, and now we arrive at our first project named The Legend of White Snake. And it's about a love story between a serpent spirit with her human lover.
And welcome to another version of Beauty and the Beast.
Her name is Aubrey.
And this is the world of the White Snake legend, a love between immortal and human, forbidden by the rules. As our boat drifted through, we became part of the story, living their love, feeling their pain.
I have never
The
experienced.
stage came alive. Real actors, digital worlds, and cutting-edge techs. We were witnessing this battle for love.
It's like a real scenario in front of my eyes.
We arrived the legend of the Nuwa.
And in another realm of legend, we met Nuwa, China's own Adam and Eve, the goddess who created humanity. And here, through the magic of mixed reality, she was right there, close enough to touch, and we stood beside a god. And for a moment, we were heroes too. And journeying through tales like Naja's story and beyond, a thought struck us. How did we get so close to these gods and heroes? And this gentleman might have some answers.
We have our own Chinese legends. We build Eastern fantasy worlds using physical sets, dark rides, 3D, and MR. For White Snake, we blend phantom imaging with live performance. So real, yet so surreal.
And beyond the Oriental myth, technology brings China's heritage to life. We could walk inside a Song Dynasty masterpiece, 1,000 miles of mountains and rivers.
This ride uses giant dome screen technology to create a glasses-free 3D effect. But what makes it even more immersive than a typical dome? Your ride vehicle is mounted on a digitally controlled platform. Its movements sync perfectly with the on-screen action. That's why it feels so real. And yes, much of this tech is powered by Fanawild's own patented innovations.
And to find out more, I stepped out of the myth, back into reality. I came to Shenzhen, the hometown of the Fantawild Oriental heritage. Now I'm at the headquarters of Fantawild Holdings, the birthplace of 47 theme parks across China. So, how did this team construct a mysterious Oriental myth world? Let's go and find out. And what we watched in the Fantawild attractions was the special large-screen 3D film. Inside Fantawild's film studio, we witnessed the magic, the ancient art transformed by tech into an immersive living world.
这个是我们千里江山中山石的一个模型阶段的一个效果。
We made this Chinese masterpiece move. For the first time in China, we brought the blue-green palette of 1,000 miles of mountains and rivers to life in dynamic 3D. 4 months of research and development went into the coloring system alone, just to get the brushstrokes and pigments of ancient silk painting right. And by fine-tuning viewing angles and distances with millimeter precision, we ensure every guest experiences it in perfect clarity.
And beyond self-developed text, creative design is key to bringing Eastern myth to life. In the New One Legend attraction, her very image embodies a distinctly Eastern kind of strength and beauty.
Our inspiration for Niwa came from the Shanhaijing and ancient murals, human head, serpent body.
With the teamwork of creative art, design, and research institutes, myth after myth takes shape, born from the fusion of technology and art, realized with a distinctly Oriental soul.
We're now exploring more texts like AIGC, XR, and beyond. Fantawild has built a bridge between theme parks and cinematic culture, and we're taking it global. From design and equipment exports to proprietary film systems sold in over 40 countries, the US, Canada, and beyond, we're bringing the soul of the East to the world stage. Eastern imagination turns myths, history, and Eastern aesthetics into immersive experiences powered by tech, felt by all.
And back in the park, technology and art speak a language without borders, inviting the world to enjoy in the wonders of Eastern myth.
In the methodological world, I really now start to believe that, yeah, perhaps it was real. It literally put us in the story. It's 3 story. We feel loved and the longing in the white lady. Yes. And then we feel the thrill of adventure and fighting with the dragon in the Nua.
After all those myth and adventure, it still feels like a dream. In time to enjoy my little moment and soak it all in.
From high technology to the excavation of culture and history, what the Fantawild truly offers is the bridge between China and the world, between ancient times and the modern age. And ancient myth is eternal, while the myth of a modern age continues to shine.
What a spectacular view. Recently, the globally celebrated Milan Fashion Week wrapped up. During this year's event, Chinese designer Zhao Huizhou presented her latest collection for the 18th time, using fashion to convey traditional Chinese culture to the world.
Zhao Huizhou's design draws inspiration from traditional Chinese embroidery, a craft passed down through generations of women. In Zhao Huizhou's view, embroidery is not merely a skill, but a form of life writing, through which countless women have woven their emotions, hopes, and life experiences into fabric, stitch by stitch. She hopes that through her designs, the stories embedded in these textiles can be seen worldwide. The show's staging featured silk threads suspended to create a space of interconnected barriers. Under carefully designed lighting, these delicate threads were transformed into powerful structural elements, culminating in a spectacular visual experience. At Milan Fashion Week, fashion became not only a statement of style, but also a bridge for cultural dialogue. Zhao Huizhou successfully brought the warmth and philosophical depth of Chinese culture to global attention.
Next, our reporter Ali takes us to a unique cultural rendezvous where Kano, the Norwegian national treasure band, brings the Arctic voice to the world. While Jargal, a Mongolian musician from China's grasslands, shares the melodies of the steppe. Together, they exemplify how cultures could learn from each other and thrive through exchange. Take a look.
What happens when global musicians from different ethnicities meet? Sing with me.
The Norwegian band Kano, known for blending pop, electronic, and semi-yoic, once served as UN ambassadors for the International Year of the Indigenous Languages. Jargal, a musician from China in Mongolia, a master of the horsehead, fiddle, and humming, is a seasoned performer on the global stage. Recently, the two came together for an impromptu collaboration in Beijing, in a stunning musical encounter between two completely distinct ethnic traditions. Let's hear what the artists have to say.
First of all, I'm really excited to hear yoik and humai together. Yoik is so powerful, so hopefully the speakers won't break when you go together. Hopefully.
Yeah, but we also hope to inspire the audience to learn more about the traditions and to how that you can use that in the modern context, because it has given us a lot to learn about the Sami tradition, and we hope to learn more about the Inner-Mongolian traditions as well today.
I feel that music is more primal than language. So, the music from our grasslands and their Arctic music should both exist in the same kind of space.
There are some similarities. We work with reindeers, so do the Mongolian, some people there do that, and we have this lavvo tent, and we live in the nature.
This is the magic of music. A shared reverence for nature bridges the distance between cultures. No need for many words, just listen and you feel it. This beautiful musical dialogue shows how civilizations can learn from one another through exchange. Music connects the world. Cgtn, Ali in Beijing.
Beautiful. On that note, we wrap up this edition of The Vibe. Before we go, I'll leave you with highlights from Chinese designer Zhao Huizhou's latest collection from Milan Fashion Week. I'm Julian Walken in Beijing. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for more CGTN news coming up next.